Hello, Chesser here. So today we're going to play a deck by a player called Numbi. So he has been doing well with this deck, and pre-addition of Wrenn and 6 and the anthology, they were on a 13-0 run, I think, or a 10-0 run before Wrenn and 6 was added. And after Wrenn and 6 was added, they got an additional 3 wins, so it's currently 13-0 as far as I know. So we're going to try out this list. So this is mostly looking like a DRC and cutter build around list. So the main core looks like it's Dragon's Rage Channeler, it's Kari Steel Cutter, Bobble, the usual suspects here for Red Blue, Chrome Mox, Treasure Cruise. So essentially this looks like the core of the deck. And the oddities of this deck and why I hesitated to just run this is there's a lot of one-offs in this deck. One-offs, two-offs. It reminds me of James Kisao, the Grixis Legacy Control player. There's a lot of one-offs in here and two-offs. I'm not really a fan of this type of deck building in general because I think from the opposite side of the table, this kind of deck is annoying to play against. But I think there is a downside to playing lots of one-offs and two-offs, and that is just the consistency part of the equation here. We're only running Brainstorm here. We don't have access to Ponder, so you can't really freely select when you can draw these two-offs and one-offs. So that's why I'm not a fan of the Kisao style of deck building in Timeless. And there's also cameos and Ragavans in the side. And I'm guessing this is boarded in when these planeswalkers are clunky. Let's say you're up against show and tell, you won't find a window to cast Oko. Then in 6 you might be able to keep. So let's see. And I copied this list without any changes. So there's a hazard in trying a list like this without proper context. I'm not really sure what the intent of the deck builder was. So it might not carry over to me as the pilot. So let's say I'm trying to board in against energy. I won't really be sure how I should board against energy or what my general plan is because I'm not really the deck builder. So there is a hazard there. I guess it should be straightforward. Let's see. Start to play some games. This hand is not keepable. It was tempting, but it's not keepable. This one is better. This deck is running 3 treasure cruise, so I think we can safely put this back. We have a Thundering Falls as a surveil. Let's use that. There's a strip mine. Don't think I want that. Looks like a moon deck. So let's see. We have an island. I think I'm just gonna brainstorm here. We could get some mocks and but we didn't. Put the lands back. We have expressive iteration next turn. So if they go moon here, we go island iteration. Wondering that's a lot worse. Maybe we can fight through that. Let's fetch a green source here. I think I just iteration here. Hmm. I'm gonna get a chrome box and a bubble. I think I'm gonna put a rebuke under the chrome box. This lets us hold up another rebuke. We should try to find the Oko here. That's a Fable. Let's get an island here. We should be moonproof here. Let's play Cutter. And let's just play Treasure Cruise. Oops. Let's use the bubble to look at the top of our library. Bolt is fine, but I guess we can keep. We can create another token here. We can also hold up Mana Leak. There's a Blood Moon. I guess I'm just gonna Mana Leak it regardless. Gonna make them tap the Ancient Tomb. Essentially making them pass this turn. Now we can play another Cutter. A Brainstorm. That is nice. Let's put this strip on top. It's gonna play out the Cutter here. Take out the strip. They can maybe play one ring to save themselves here. Okay. You're playing a moon deck. Since they're playing a moon deck, probably want the heats for Goyfs. think this is decently prepped for this kind of matchup. What's the worst? What are the worst cards here? It's possibly Oko, but it stops ring. Wrenn 6 is also nice. Maybe not that nice. Maybe I'd prefer Spell Pierce instead. How about this? Yeah, I think I'd rather have Spell Pierce in these slots. This hand is not keepable. This might be keepable, but if they have turn 1 moon, we don't have anything to do. Okay, we survived. I think Spell Pierce is nice, even though I want lands. I think I'm okay with that. There's a strip mine. Which means I can't crack this fetch. Okay, I guess I crack this fetch now. Both that. Let's try to find a land or mox here. Oh no, unfortunate. Hey, I think I'm good. Let's play first. I can keep this. I think this is a great hand. Hmm. Maybe let's take a look at the top of their library. Let's say Fury. Hmm. Do I go for iteration or should I go for Oko? I think I go for Oko.
Open your heart to the magic that dances around you.
There's a heat. I think we just strip mine them.
Gaze into my face. Put on your true shape.
Let's see if they attack into the food. Okay, maybe they bolt this.
I'll think up a fun fate for you.
Okay, let's play iteration again. Hmm. I think the winning play here is to actually just hit. truce.
Surely you see the humor here.
Just turn this into a 3-3 so that they can't copy their fury. We're gonna block that. We can create more tokens.
I invite you to change your ways.
What? Didn't expect that to happen. I guess it works. It's blocked. Don't think I need another Oko.
Oh dear.
Can equip this. I might not be able to use the ancient tombs anymore. Should have attacked with all. Okay, let's play first. Let's take a close look at this hand. I'm super tempted to keep, and I might keep. Yeah, what the heck? Let's try this out. I'm gonna try to find my second land of the bubble. I'm gonna pitch Chrome Mox, pitch Lightning Bolt. It's technically a land, but that's not what I need. I need to be better. Yeah, and make it makes sense because that doesn't let me cast these two. This makes them maybe hesitate on the first land. Now that's a grief. They see my hand is full of non-castable stuff. Maybe they take Oko because it's better. Maybe they just reanimate now. Okay. Since we know what's on top of our library, let's do this on their upkeep. Cast Fable. Let's keep that on top. Gonna get a breeding pool here. Oh shoot. Didn't notice we didn't have the blue and green. Hey, they reanimate. We're just gonna. Don't want this land. Perfect. We're gonna hide Oko on top. Can actually kill them. Yeah, I should have waited. We are playing, I guess, red black. What do we want for this matchup? I think we want Ragavan. Maybe we can cut on the counters. I guess I only care about. What do I care about? I guess we more than a couple of spell pierce. Okay, this is keepable. We have Ragavan. They shocked that in. Let's see what's on top. I don't want the strip mine, so I'm going to go for Tarn here. Going for. Let's go for a stomping ground for Ragavan. We already have the steam vents on hand. There's all of our green sources. That is scary. I guess we go Misty Rainforest, take a hit. Don't really have a choice. The next turn we could Oko. We're slowly losing grasp of this game. What can I draw here? We have artifact 1, 2, 3. We could possibly get unholy heat. Yeah, we didn't get unholy heat. Let's replace the Pierce with back to Mana Leak and I guess a rebuke. Let's play first. Hey, I think this hand is. I'm gonna say it's too slow, but this bobble is really annoying me. It's tempting me to keep. Okay, this is better. Do I want heat or bolt? Maybe I want both and I don't need iteration. Oh, I need iteration to find more lands. This could be greedy, but I'm not gonna play out the bubble. You're going for a reanimate. I guess I'm okay with trading that. Okay, that's a strip mine. We lost. Okay. Yeah, we still lost. We can't beat a barrel Goyf anymore. Alright, let's play first. Okay. This is an okay hand. We can bolt, leak, refill. Play the Tarn first. Ancient Tomb start, huh? Let's pass the turn. Okay. Since this happened, let's blow up the tomb. I'm just gonna get redundant lands here. Now let's get green. Next turn we have iteration. Or that. I'm gonna play that instead. Goodbye. This looks like Eldrazi. That comes in. I think we keep Oko just in case they are a Chalice deck. Don't think League is great here. I actually just want to cut all of them. Cut all of the counters for more Ragavans, I guess. Okay, this is a decent hand. We have Channeler into a Wrenn and 6. So it looks like they're trying to ramp into Micah Spawn. And if they do have Micah Spawn here, it's bad for us. Or just even strip mine. Or that. I think this is the nuts for them. I don't think I bolt this Spawn now. Let's just take a hit. We are under pressure here. Let's get steam vents. Don't want that. We're going to have to destroy our lands twice per turn. We're trying to ramp into something big. I think I'm okay. Let's just bolt the Spawn. Don't think we need iteration right now. I am just gonna play cutter here. Hit delirium. Put one of these grazers. Okay. Okay, Ren and 6 soloed that. This hand is not keepable. This hand is... Yes, this hand is better. Since there are lures deck, I don't think I want to accelerate using Chromox. Okay, it looks like they're playing Boros Energy. I'm just gonna use Bolt on this. Hopefully they don't have Strip Mine. Huh, they're playing Mardu. Goku probably gets taken away here. Maybe Cutter. Yeah, Cutter gets taken away. They don't care about Goku. I think I just leave up Lightning Bolt here. I don't want to expose this Channeler to a Bowmaster. But we can play around that by blowing up the courtyard there.
Where shall we hunt today?
I guess since they didn't make their land drop here, we can blow up, or we can plan to blow up the courtyard. Well, if they have discharge, I think I am not playing around that. We're too behind to play around anything at this point. And since they are hitting their land drops, I don't think it makes sense to to strip mine them. I'm just gonna throw out just gonna throw out this Oko as a distraction for them.
The fool.
It either gains a sixth life or it gets it eats a static person.
Blind to your folly.
Okay. Let's start off by making this a 3-3.
Your new look is enchanting.
Hmm. Do I want to blow up a land here? Probably. I think now the play here is to I think I'm just gonna down tick on Raptor. Take them off a red permanent. Now they have two planeswalkers to deal with. I could have tried for iteration there, trying to find a removal spell and another land, but I think that is too risky. Okay. I think this means we lose. Hmm. Let's start with iteration first. Let's keep the cruise on hand. Play bubble. I think I just play out bubble here and turn this into a 3-3.
Let's broaden your existence.
I can chomp the peddler. Maybe I don't chomp. Maybe they just attack with all. And then it's time to make the bowmasters a 3-3. Okay, they have double bowmasters.
Oh, hop out the truth. Oh dear.
I guess I make that a blocker. Not really gonna win here. Alright, that's too many bowmasters. Okay, we just want fire magic. Don't want these counter spells. Oko is not good here. Tamio is good. Dragavan is not good. Let's see, we have Tamio. Guess I could replace one bubble with a leak. Let's play first. That's pretty good. Start with Channeler, get Stomping Grounds. Depending on their play here. Alright, since they led with the Ocelot Pride here, we're just gonna. I think I get Steam Vents just in case they do run Strip Mine. I guess I bolt this now just to get aggro. Don't think I want the land. Our magic is nice. Let's keep. We can expressive iteration into land, then fire magic. Have fire magic up. That's kind of annoying. But it'll take more than that, I guess, to stop this. Let's get another iteration. Exile a land. That's another fire magic. Yeah, let's keep it. So if I fail to find a land, I can go double fire magic. I think this is enough. We are too fast, I think. They're taking so much damage. I think this is just a setup turn for us. Oh my god. I made a mistake. I should have held up the fire magic. Okay, that's painful. This might cost us the game. This would be dead. Okay. They can fly the Guide of Souls. Nice, we gain life. And that static person will soon be freeing our shaman. Okay. Kinda like how aggressive this deck can be. We're actually pressuring Mardu energy. worst thing that they could have is a Johnny into bombardment, I guess. Or Raptor a Johnny into bombardment. Okay, they're just getting lures. I think this is great. This means we can lead with Brainstorm to set up our iteration. Or not, let's just keep that. Have these. These swords. Now we can bend this. Nice. I think I'm happy with how I boarded. Don't think this is keepable. Yeah, this is better. They're a bowmaster deck, so Channeler can get here when it's activated already. Maybe I should have one Oko post board. They did show me Relic. Deafening Silence. That is kinda annoying, but I don't think it matters. We can go Steel Cutter into Creature.
May our axes strike as one.
That's pretty good. Guess we can play Steel Cutter. I'm just gonna block preserve life total here. If they have bombardment, we probably lose, but either gonna bowmasters their own token. So what we can do next turn is, assuming they don't take up,
Traitors will be punished.
okay, they don't take up.
Share in my vengeance.
We can put an upkeep stop on their turn. Or maybe I do it. I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna go for both first,
I could not stop the coming war.
then on their turn I can fire magic this board. Okay, now they're tempted. They're going to be tempted to go all in here. Oh yes. I think I just go for it. There's a relic of progenitus. I'm gonna let them have their counters so that they can use their guide of souls first before we bounce. Let's check what's on top. Okay, don't need that. This is unfortunate. So you want to save life? I think the clock stays the same regardless. Yeah, I was at 9. They're going to take. I guess they're going to take one less turn. There's also Guide of Souls coming. Alright, now I get punished here. Oh no, they have Swamp and Mountain. I'm gonna hold back the Borrower. Let's put this in hand. Second, I attack with Borrower, it's going to die. I'm just gonna jump with the Channeler here. Okay, I guess I'm forced to do this. I think we lose this one. We just drew too many lands here. They're also a 4 Bowmasters deck, I suppose. Which is bad. Game 1. Like, here I need Treasure Cruise into Fire Magic. No, that doesn't work. I think we're done. GG's. Energy's still good. Okay, we are on the draw. We have Ragavan Bolt. Ragavan and things to clear the way. We can keep this. We only lose to turn 1 strip, I guess. Feel like this is Affinity. This looks like Affinity. Turn 1 Emery. That is a strong start. We have Unholy Heat. We're gonna go with that since they can get value out of the Interlacer. I think at this point I'm just gonna try to slow them down instead of trying to find my lands. I could get punished for brainstorming. They're already at only 1. Okay, Okay, maybe two. Okay, this could go off. Just draws them two cards, then maybe the two cards are relevant. It's an Emery. Alright. Now they have access to Kappa Cannoneer. What do I do here? I guess we bounce Emery for a turn. This gives me one more draw step.
Stayed up too late reading. Again.
Okay. We found what we need. Don't want the strip mine. And the extra iteration. We're not gonna pop this strip mine. We might need to cast Oko. Okay, that is bad.
It's not just a battle of arms, but of ideas. Use your words.
Is Oko good here? Feels like low impact. I think we need to. Alright, that's too bad. Against this deck, we want Meltdown, Fire Magic. Cut these. We are on the play. Wrenn and 6 doesn't matter. Oko probably too slow. Borrower is probably too slow too. Okay, let's keep it this way. Actually, we want Tamio instead. Let's play first. We have Meltdown. This is keep. We're gonna take a look at the top of our library first. Okay, we don't want that. I think we just play out the bubble here. They're getting Emery. We got we get a bunch of brainstorms. We might even want to play out. I'm just gonna use an excess brainstorm here. Okay, perfect. I know I'm going to draw into Chromox. It doesn't matter when I will crack this. If they miss their land drop here, I'm going to melt down. Since they didn't, we can safely assume. that this is their land drop. 1, 2, 3. We can check priority here. Okay. They didn't get priority. Oops. Should pay 1. Alright, that's how you beat Affinity. So you don't have to mull for Meltdown. I think Fire Magic is enough. Lightning Bolt is enough to stop the first set of creatures they have.
This isn't Goyf.
And we are just gonna bolt this Tamio now. Next turn we can play Channeler into Bauble. And start digging for the artifacts. Strip Mine could be interesting. Let's try to check if it's worth keeping. Okay. Card on top is not worth keeping. So we're just gonna get a Steam Vents here. Deseret.
Everything you own will belong to even the smallest trinket has its use.
I'm guessing they're getting Tormod script. Oh, just an artifact land.
One loss doesn't alter my plans.
Guess we can take them off red here. Then just cruise. Okay, I want that brainstorm. There's the meltdown. Okay, I thought it was a Kappa Cannoneer. They get a redraw. Okay, I think it's worth leading with Cutter. To meltdown for 0. Alright. Hello, welcome back. So, what do we think of the deck? We did make 3-2 with the deck. We lost to, I think that was John Goyf, and another one was Mardu Energy with assumingly 4 Bowmasters. So let's start with the good parts of this deck. The cutter package felt really good, and I think this is the main package of the cutter deck. Mainly this pile. It does feel like a Phoenix deck where you can focus on getting gassed up with iteration and just removing creatures on the opposite side with lightning bolt and heat. The Moxen feels nice when you have things like iteration, Wrenn 6, and Oko in the deck because these cards kind of give you back the card disadvantage you get from running Chrome Mox. We are at 19 lands, so I guess it's actually 15 plus 3, so 18. I guess it is fine because you can treat. We do have Mishra's Bubble in here, which counts for like 0.25 of a land. This is half a land. So we have 2, 4. It's like we have 22 lands. The changes I would make for this deck is to kind of take out the situational cards. I don't think it is worth running Rebuke or Leak in the main, but maybe that's a player preference. And I would just max out on the play patterns that I liked, which was maybe maxing out on Oko and Drennan 6 first. Or maybe this way. Yeah, I think this is better. I kinda want to run 8 removal spells to be honest. I guess we have Borrower in here. I would make this change at first because I do like the play patterns of these cards. A random Ragavan is okay, I guess. And I would just take out the Tamios in the side for additional Ragavans. It does make us a bit soft to Bowmasters, but I guess that is a fine trade to have if you're cutting Oko for SNT, for example. So up against Show and Tell, you cut Okos, bring in the Ragavans. This random commandeer really feels like doesn't make sense. I guess this is where you can maybe board in. I guess we can cut a Ragavan here. No, I guess Ragavan is still good. Ragavan is still necessary. Guess we can cut Commandeer and a Meltdown or a couple of Mana Leak so that you have your options when removal spells aren't good. So against combo, you want to remove, I guess, these cards, Heat, Oko, and Bolt for 7-10. So we're bringing in 4, 6, 9 cards. So I guess we can keep a Bolt in something like that. So I would kind of start here and get a feel for it. The rebukes in Mana Leaks hasn't really felt great. It kind of felt awkward, especially in a deck where you want to just double spell on your turn. So I think removal is just better in that regard. And there is really no way that you're beating combo game one. It's highly unlikely you're stealing a game from them, especially with the plan this slow. So I think it makes sense to just put everything in the sideboard and be ready for the mid-range matchups. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.